probably one of the most beautiful games of all time. It gotta be Skyrim. So for this video, we're going to have a look at all of the graphic mods I recommend for you guys. So let's head straight right into it and start with our first mod. For the first mod, we're going to have a look at the water. Now, this is the W.A.T.E.R Redux mod, and this is actually the medium edition. One thing I really like about this mod is that you actually can customize the water a lot if you want when you install the mod. So I think that is a really nice addition to the game. Now basically what this mod does, it gives the water source a lot higher quality and the interactivity with it. So let's say if I walk into the water now, as you can see, the stream coming from my character looks a lot more realistic. And also, as you can see, when the water reaches the, for example, a rock, it will not continue flowing. It will start flowing that way instead. Now let's have a look at an area there is a lot more stream. For example, down here, as you can see, the water looks a lot more. It looks like it's busy, you know. It looks like it is going the direction. You can like see the direction the water is going, which is actually something that they are not doing too great with in the vanilla Skyrim. So let's have a look at the second mod. Now the next mod is the Skyrim 2K textures mod, and basically what this mod does, it makes the textures on all the vanilla textures, as you can see, the tree and the road and the rocks and everything, it makes the textures a lot higher. And this mod does not have a big impact on your performance. As you can see, I'm using the light version, which basically makes the textures into 1K instead of 2K, and these textures are a lot more greater, and I really like it. Now, if you think this is too little for you, I recommend using the 2K version of the mod, or if your computer is pretty shitty, let's go with the easiest version, which is like, I believe it's 500 or something like that. Now this mod is a really great mod and works really good with the W.A.T.E.R Redux mod, and I recommend this mod for anyone that thinks the vanilla game looks pretty crappy and they also have a shitty computer. So use those two mods together to get, you know, a little bit higher quality. It will not affect the lighting, none of them will that. So I'm going to head over to a lighting mod. It is the interior lighting overhaul, which basically makes windows at the daytime become a sort of a light source, and it looks like the sun is coming in from the window, which I believe is pretty nice. Now this mod have a performance impact on your computer, but not a lot though, so you should be able to run it. It only affects the inside of any houses, that's why it's called the interior, and not all of the buildings in the game will have this effect. But for example, Dragon's Reach and all the inns and all of the famous buildings, not every single personal house, but most of the buildings in the game will get this effect. Now let's head over to our next mod. You probably believe I'm running this game on an ENB, but I am actually not. I'm running on the I cannot believe this is not an ENB mod, which basically makes the game look like you actually have an ENB installed. It doesn't impact your performance a lot, but if you have a really shitty computer, I recommend using the Climates of Tamriel overhaul instead of this mod, because that also makes the game look pretty good, but it doesn't have as big as effect as this mod does. Now this mod basically changes the lighting and makes Skyrim look a lot more colorful and realistic, and it is basically a must. You just gotta have it. It makes the lighting completely different. Now, if you have a much better computer than I have, I recommend using the cold ENB, which basically makes Skyrim look a lot colder, or the Wintertide ENB. Those ENBs makes the game look a lot colder and realistic, so I recommend using those. Now let's head over to our next mod. One thing that is bad if you're not using an EMB is that you will not get the blur effect around your camera if you focus on something. But if you use the Dynavision mod, that will fix that. Now you can actually customize in the mod menu how many seconds it will take before it completely focuses on an item. Now it does not work on every single object in the game, but most of the objects and things will start to focus on. And if you focus on something and take it away real quick, it will slowly fade away, which I really like. Now the next mod is the AMEDIANBORN RETEXTURE mod, which basically retextures all the armors in Skyrim. So as you can see, my fur armor here is in a lot higher resolution than the normal fur armor, and the leather in the middle looks a little bit more darker, which I actually believe is a lot nicer. Now this affects almost every single armor in the game. They also have made a weapon version of this game, which enhances the weapons too. So as you can see, the banded iron armor looks a lot better and has a higher resolution, and also the shields and many of the armors you can find in the game. Now the last mod is the Crimson Tide Blood mod, which basically makes the resolution on the blood a lot better, and it makes the game look a little bit more interactive. So when you attack something, the blood will pool out from the area you hit the character you're attacking. So let's just go in God mode here and fight this guy and see how it looks. Now, I'm not sure if this will affect your own character. I would believe that that would be really nice. And as you can see, the ground is pretty bloody now since I have hit him many times. So I think this is absolutely a nice addition to the mod. Now you can also use the realistic blood textures mod, which a lot of people use, but I prefer this one because I believe it looks a little bit more realistic. And it looks like the blood is actually pooling out from the body, and I believe that is really great. Now as you can see, it also affects my dagger and armor when I attack, and it has many different injuries compared in what weapon you're using. So let's use my Imperial bow here of diminishing and see what happens to the guy. Now as you can see, you will get another blood effect, and it will look a little bit different. Now there we go, let's shoot that guy. As you can see, it's pulling blood out of his body, and I think that is a great addition to the game. Let's shoot this guy too, since he's close by. Oh god, I missed. God. Oh, as you can see, the blood is pooling down on his shirt and looks really great, and his face is filled with blood. Now this was all the mods I had to review for you guys for this video. I hope you liked them. These mods I really recommend if you want your games to look a lot better. So I want to thank you guys for watching this video. This was this, and bye bye.